They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
372. 54 right here. Move.
Bortles to throw on second down. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
372.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So second down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Bortles will try again on second down. Completes it to Lee. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Bortles now on first down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Seventy-two. 372. Nice 39, Lucy. Move.
Now Bortles. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. After the interception, here's Ryan. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, Tuesday.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Hey, let's go.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
20, 20, 21. Hey, Tuesday. Get out, Hutch.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Buying time to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it.
20, 20, play. Gun. Get out, Hutch.
They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11.
Your tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On second down, here's Bortles. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
11. Move.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
372.
Now Bortles to try again after the pick 6. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And give him a gain of 37. Throwing on first down is Bortles. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll go down at the 28. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Lucy, Lucy. So right, so right. Hey, hold it, hold it, hold it. Lucy, Lucy.
On 1st down, Bortles. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Brooks Reed in there to sack him for a loss of 6. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
11B, 11B. 372. 77, 77.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Hey, Tuesday. Hey, Tuesday.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Forced out to his left. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
He's thrown 1 interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and we are tied at 7. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
Hey, Tuesday.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To play in a tightly contested first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
39. Gun.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. Being chased out left. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
You.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Spread right, smack. All good. Switch. Lucy. Move.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
73. Move.
From the gun, it's Bortles. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Bortles now on first down. Space to run past the 20. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And he's brought down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Spread right, 72. 73.
They'll run for it with Hyde. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Carlos Hyde, as the first half is winding down. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here now come the Falcons. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Time for a break. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Here's Sanu on the catch. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now, is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Hey, express, express. Left. Go.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. He's going to go for a big play down. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 33 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you. Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Open man right side is Shark. A big third down play there for the Jags. And even 40 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board. But give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Now Ryan on first down. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as...
Accelerating, and off he goes. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons have broken our tie. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Here's Bosher to kick it away. With it on the return now, here's Westbrook. Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the
pressure brought in, and the Falcons Falcons get there for the sack. Bruce Irvin in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he fires one, but incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now look at this. 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Lucy. Move. 372.
They do go for it. It's Bortles. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cole. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And this is incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Safarian Jenkins. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
11B.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
372. 11B. Move.
And the blitz does come. And my goodness, another interception. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. They begin the drive with Coleman. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the fight. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Space. Gun. Hey, Tuesday.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The Jaguars getting set to go. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hey, 54, Ricky.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Bortles. Lee's got it over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, a 22. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. This to get it back to a one-score game. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.